Welcome, everyone. My name is Nick Hershey. I'm the president of the Mortgage Calculator. We are a non-delegated correspondent lender that operates quite a bit differently. So I'd like to thank everybody for joining us today so we can go through a little bit more about what makes us different. And then we'll have Kyle Hershey, our COO, go over some of the back end and actually show some of the software, how it all operates. And then we'll have Jose Gonzalez, our sales manager with 28 years of experience, bring it all together to actually close loans. So let me go ahead and start by sharing my screen. And hopefully most of you have joined from this page, but let's talk a little bit more about what we mean here. So obviously we're different here. Myself and Kyle, we come from a marketing background. We've built many companies basically with online marketing and lead generation, and done it all through CRM and LOS type of software. So we're all about leads, and we do it all with our own software. That for mortgages is a CRM, POS, LOS, all built in. And then, of course, we power everything with AI as well. So we come from a little bit of a different angle here, not your traditional bankers. We want to build software for you guys to build upon. And we'll talk a little bit more when Jose talks about bringing that all together. So let me go through a little bit what makes us different. So we are non-delegated correspondent with our tools to grow your business. So we are very passionate about, no matter what you guys are doing. I'm sure you guys all have your own way of doing business, your own book of business. Whether you're more commercial or more residential or more primary homes or more investors, whatever your guys' niche is, no problem. We want to grow from there and add to what you guys do. So whether it's company leads or self-generated leads, we want to add leads to your pipeline and give you a system to grow your business. So we don't want to mess with what you guys are already doing. We want what you're already doing to build a base for us to help you with. So how do we do that? First off, our business model, we are non-delegated correspondent, and we're approved with over 130 lenders and investors. What that really means is we can broker and correspondent deal for our borrowers. So whatever's best for our borrowers is what's most important for us. So if that's one of our 5,000 loan programs where we're the lender with our 32 investors, no problem. And typically, correspondent pricing is going to beat broker pricing when it's something that we can fund in-house with our own money and our own lawyers and closers and all that kind of stuff. Now, if there's any reason that a wholesale lender, another outlet, has a better program or a better price, no problem. We're going to do what's best for our borrowers. And we have over 105 wholesale-only lenders that are typically out there for those specialty loans that we might not be able to do in-house. But whenever it works, you can always do whatever's best for your borrower. And we want to make sure we have access to every loan program imaginable. So we do everything in-house, from your standard VA, USDA, conventional FHA stuff to non-QM, DSCR. And then we have a lot of our wholesale outlets that go outside the box for commercial, mixed use, CDFI, SBA, all the stuff that we might not necessarily be able to fund in-house. So what's most important to us is to have a home for every loan. Now, how do we push this all through? It's all about our technology. So we have our cloud-based website, which you guys are checking out right now. We have it all powered with AI. Our POS is built in, our CRM is built in, our LOS is built in. Everything's built in through the one platform. Built by us, for us, one login for you, one login for your customer. So prospects, basically, wherever they come from, Kyle will show you all kinds of different places they come from. Wherever they come from, if it's just name, email, phone, they can go to pulling their own rates, completing their own 1003, pulling their own credit, putting their own liabilities into the system, all pulled into Encompass-based platform without you lifting a finger. And the best part is you don't even have to log into Encompass. So everything operates with APIs. So although we use an Encompass-based platform, it's all through the API. You don't have to log into Encompass. It's all in your CRM. You don't have to log into Optimal Blue for pricing. That's what we use for our base, but you don't have to have a login. You just click the button. Same with the credit. You click a button. Same with account check, VOE, VOI, VOA. Click a button. Appraisal works, 5 AMCs, click of a button. You get the point there. Everything's a click of a button. One login for you, one login for the customer. We also have our AI built into our dual AWS. So not only can we click the one button, run dual AWS, but we have our AI analyze it, make sure we're taking the best path to the best benefit for the customer. And then if you guys have any suggestions, we have our development staff. We do updates every single week. So if you have new features that you're interested in, you can definitely suggest those, and we take all of those suggestions. And one of the things that we're passionate about here is support. So we've built this business model and all the different models at an FDIC bank, broker, non-del, del. And a lot of the times the support is lacking. So we want to make sure we have all the resources for you guys. And most importantly, it's all remote based since we're all remote based here. So everything is remote based. You can access it from anywhere. Not only our training center that's basically like a classroom, but also our daily live training. So classroom anytime. We have our podcasts 5 days a week for live rates. We have our sales training 5 days per week for kind of our sales pump up stuff. We have our loan officer training, more of the technical aspects of being a loan officer, 2 days per week. And we have our live Zoom support. If you're stuck on anything actually in our system, you can pop in and talk to our processors during regular business hours. Then we have our knowledge center where we have thousands of articles, not just from us, but our partners, over 100 partners. They all have different guides, matrices, tips, tricks, webinars, all kinds of cool stuff. And our compliance AI is a great feature there to help you go through all the laws and most of the state regulations as well. And some of the things we always want to mention that we're very passionate about here is our DSCR business purpose loans. So we can do those in 44 states. So no matter where you're licensed, you can usually expand your footprint without necessarily having to get more licenses. We have all kinds of different ways we can get leads. Kyle will show you different ways. Very simply, if it comes from the company, it's a 50-50 split. We want to make sure it's very simple. And anybody in the company can click one button to refer a deal to a team member that is more experienced with that deal for 75 basis points referral fee. So we want to make sure we work together as a team. We're also very passionate about leads, so we can set you up with your own leads if you don't have them yet, or if you already do, we'll show you how to use our webhook to bring them in from wherever they are. And since we're very open and transparent, and we want to be very more of a kind of a new age type of company here, we are very transparent, no monthly fees. What you see is what you get. We built every line of code for what you're about to see. So we want to make sure we built everything in-house. There's no extra fees or extra software we have to have. Everything is built in, no hidden fees, no payroll fees, no desk fees, no fees for our team. And we have our Kelvin AI built into everything. Kyle will show you a couple ways, but you'll notice him pop up everywhere when you join the team to help you out through the loan process. And the next part of this page is a replay of the video. If you get lost, go ahead and check that out. But let's get into the compensation plans. Try to scroll so I can see the whole thing here. All right. So most people are drawn to the senior loan officer plan. So that's what we'll talk about first here. Obviously, everybody wants to make the most commission. We want to pay you guys the most commission, no problem. Up to 250 basis points, that's with bonuses. So our standard commission here, 200 basis points on conventional non-QM, the stuff we're used to, that's 2% commission. And no matter where the lead comes from, if it's a company lead, simple 50-50 split. So that's 100 basis points on conventional non-QM for any company leads, or 1%. Trying to make it very simple. Our senior loan officers get the best leads of all, which are the referrals from their team members. So not only when you press that button to refer your deal for your family, maybe your spouse, maybe it's a state you're not licensed, but it's your client, that goes to a senior loan officer who's going to not only get a lead that's ready to go, but also a team member to help them out to push that loan through. They're also going to have access to all of our general leads, any of our different sources the seniors have full access to. 25 basis point bonus for any volume over 2 million. So again, we want to build a platform for you guys to build your business. If you already have a great book of business, no problem. We want to give as much back to you as we can. And same thing here for anything over 5 million. If you guys are rocking and rolling, no problem. 5 million plus is 50 basis point monthly bonus to get to that 250 mark there that you see at the top. And if you want to teach, so if you want to take on some more responsibility to teach, you can become a team leader. Once you learn our systems, you know how to do everything. You can help other people structure their loans and be a team leader and earn 15 basis points, helping them put together their deals and learn our system. And if you want to take that even further to the next level, you can be a branch manager and earn 25 basis points extra, not only helping your team members structure their deals, but taking on the legal responsibility for disclosing and all that kind of great stuff that comes with running your own branch. Now, how do you get to be a senior loan officer? You close 6 loans with our system, so you can learn all the different ways and hopefully close a few loans as a broker and a few loans as a correspondent and try both systems out. So for your first 6 deals, you're going to be teamed up with a team leader and a branch manager. And of course, you can always use Jose as a resource as a sales manager. And your first 6 deals, you're going to make 150 basis points. So that's 150 basis points on conventional non-QM, 1.5% for those not familiar. And again, simple 50-50 split. If you take any of our company leads, you'll still have access to all the different lead sources, no problem. Take some leads for those first 6 deals, 75 basis points on any company leads or conventional non-QM, that's 0.75%. Now you're still going to have access to all of our leads at a 50-50 split here. You still have access to our best leads, the live click to claim ones that are coming in live from customers requesting info right now that are ready to go. You're going to still be able to click that button anytime if you're uncomfortable, or maybe it's a spouse or a family member, or maybe you don't have the state license. It's one of your clients. You can still earn 75 basis points. Click the button, team up with a senior loan officer, and get that deal done. We are licensed in 24 states for primary and second homes. And as we mentioned, you can do business purpose DSCR loans in 20 additional without necessarily having to get new licenses there. Now, how do you stay a loan officer? The fine print here, 1 loan per month minimum. You need to be full-time to be a loan officer. So 1 loan per month is going to be the minimum to stay full-time. If there's any reason you're not full-time or maybe not quite ready to be a full loan officer, no problem. We have the plan for you. That's the junior loan officer plan. So you're still licensed. You're still able to get paid basis points. So you get 75 basis points, which is more than most call center type environments. And the whole goal is you're going to refer deals to senior loan officers that are experienced and know exactly what to do, that are full-time, know exactly what button to press when, and you'll help them put together those deals for your partners and learn the process. So you'll still have access to the website, the software, the CRM, POS, LOS, everything you're about to see. Still have access to Calvin to help you out with quick questions. Definitely a great resource. Still have access to the website, as we mentioned, to generate leads. You're still licensed. You can still advertise as a loan officer. You're just going to team up with someone who may be a little more experienced. And you still have access to our leads in the auto dialer, which Kyle will show you here. And the important part, don't need to be full-time, don't need to meet minimum production requirements. You can be part-time here and earn great commission because you're licensed while you learn the loan process. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and upgrade to a loan officer. Do 6 deals with you signing the loan app, doing it start to finish, then you'll be off to the races as a senior loan officer. So hopefully that helps everybody find the plan that fits best for them. But let's go ahead and toss it over to Kyle to go over a little bit more of the back-end software and actually show some of the stuff that we've built here. So again, what you're about to see, we've written all the code for. This is built for us, by us, just for our team. So go ahead, Kyle, if you're ready, and take over.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me go ahead and share my screen here, and we will get started. So when you come on board, we do trainings on all this stuff, but just want to highlight a few things here about our CRM, our system, as Nick said, LOS, POS, CRM, all in one. Now, of course, just like any other CRM, you can, take your notes and send your emails and text, but also we can have our AI assistant send your emails for you. So Calvin, our AI assistant, with the click of a button, can see what's been transpiring, with you and the client and formulate a email response to them for you. Now, you can also set tasks for yourself. You can put people on action plans, drip campaigns, all that kind of good stuff that any other CRM does. But what really starts to set our system apart is our quoting system. So as you can see here, with just putting in a couple of pieces of info here, don't need to pull their credit or anything. You can click one button and pull up the pricing through our Optimal Blue API with all of our different investors, and pick the pricing you want to show the client. And within 2 minutes, you can send them, the system sends them an email and a text with a nice, pretty quote that looks like this, that shows them their rate choices. They can scroll over these things and see what they mean. It pulls in the Google map automatically. It pulls in the Zestimate automatically, has their proposed loan info, does the monthly breakdown automatically of the taxes and insurance, HOA fees, gives them their estimated lender fees, and of course has you here as the loan originator. And you can also add a realtor to this. So your realtor partners, they absolutely love this. They know when they send you a client, not only can you quote them within minutes, but you're going to keep them posted on the situation, and you're going to put them on the actual quote and keep them in front of their client's face saying, hey, we are your team that's pushing this deal across the finish line. So the best part about all this is that when your client is ready, they can click Start My Loan Application to proceed. They are taken right to their borrower portal, which looks like this. To start their loan application, they fill out the entire 1003 here in our system. They don't need to leave the page. It's going to ask them for the basic documents we're going to need for them to upload. They can see the loan info. They can see the milestone of where their loan is at. And this is updated as you go through the loan milestones while you're originating the loan, right? So they can see everything here in their borrower portal. Now, let's talk about what you see on your end. So this is our end. When a client has filled out their 1003, notice how the 1003 is green here. So once they've submitted their 1003, we're going to instantly and automatically pull credit. We pay for the credit pull up front. The client doesn't have to pay for it up front. So we instantly pull credit once they've submitted their 1003 and agreed to the credit auth. Then when you open your Encompass API, as Nick said, you don't need to have you're not going to be using Encompass on your computer all the time. You're going to be using the API here through our system. So when you open your Encompass API after someone has submitted an application, you will see that the 1003 information is already pulled into here and the credit is already going to be pulled and be in here. So as you can see, it's a lot easier to navigate here than actually using, Encompass. And you'll also notice, as Nick was talking about earlier, we have our dual auths where you can click one button to order, automated underwriting for Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac at the same time. And then our AI assistant, Calvin, is going to do, analyze both of them and give you some tips and pointers on which one would be better for that situation. So you're going to do everything here in our system. Now, you can also request documents here. You can request any standard documents and it's going to let them know we need those documents. You can request signatures, any standard signatures you need them to request. So, all kinds of things we can do here. And we can also use our Calvin AI Assist. So Calvin can, help order the title and request insurance and VOE, VOA. You can do your COCs here, cancel your loan. So we can do everything here in the system. Now, once underwriting comes back, you're going to get your conditions. So you can then go ahead and upload your conditions right here to fulfill the condition, or you could dispute the condition. So everything can happen right here on the back end of our system. You see how we can take people from being just a lead from name, email, phone number to taking them all the way through the process of, speaking to the client, quoting the client, gathering the 1003, pulling the credit, gathering the documents, even doing the processing and, fulfilling your underwriting conditions in here as well. And of course, your processors have access to this too, so they can request documents and all that kind of good stuff. So now let's talk about where these leads come from in the first place. So there are a lot of different ways that we provide you to be able to work leads here in our system. First and foremost, the Facebook leads that are coming in from our ad campaigns. Those are the live leads coming in from our campaigns. Now, what's going to happen is you're going to get a text message and you're going to be able to click the link in that text message to claim that lead and call that client instantly, right? So they're going to be coming in instantly. You're going to be able to click that lead, claim that, and be able to, contact that lead within the first minute, right? It's all about calling them within the first minute. So all day, every day, your phone is going to be getting text messages and you're going to be able to pick up those leads. So that's the first and foremost way that we provide you leads. Now, another way that we provide you leads is our auto dialer. So we have an auto dialer just like any other CRM, right? You can call hundreds of people in a day. You can press one button that drops them an automatic text and an email if they don't answer. So you can call hundreds of people in a day, dropping texts and emails to them with the click of a button. And we provide you leads in here. So notice we have tons of different leads in here. things like purchase leads. These are actual opted in leads. We have cold calls in here. We have bank statement leads in here. We have realtor call lists where you can call realtors to build relationships with them. So we have thousands of leads in here for you to call at all times, that not only do we provide the auto dialer for you, but we provide you with actual leads in the auto dialer. Another way that you can work leads in our system is that you can copy one of our ad campaigns. So those same leads that we give you at a 50-50 split that Nick was talking about, those are from our ad campaigns that we've dialed in. You can have us copy that campaign and put your budget on it. Then those leads go directly to you with no lead split, right? So we're going to give you a lot of leads at no upfront cost. But if you want to boost your pipeline even more and not have a lead split on that lead, you can purchase it yourself. We can copy our campaign that we know works, and we can put your budget on it, and those leads will go to you, and you will have no lead split on those leads. Another way to work leads in our system is to import them. So we give you your own custom webhook and the instructions here on how you can take leads from wherever else you might be buying them. Maybe you already have a campaign with Zillow or LendingTree or Free Rate Update, and you can use your webhook to bring those into our CRM in real time. So your lead comes in from, Free Rate Update or wherever you're buying leads from. It goes right into our CRM instantly, automatically. Our CRM notifies you that you have a new lead. That way you can call them and quote them and gather their 1003 and all the stuff that we just went through like any other lead, right? So tons of different ways to work leads in our system. Most of the leads that we focus on are non-QM. That's the type of leads we're going to give you mostly because that is kind of what we specialize in. But we still do conventional FHA, VA, USDA, and everything in between. We have bank statement, DSCR, ground up construction, fix and flip, I-10, 1099, foreign national. I mean, we have every program under the sun because we get so many leads that we need to make sure we have a place to put those leads when we get them. So that is the short demo there of the back end. Now I'm going to go ahead and let Jose talk about how this kind of all comes together to close loans and the type of support we have here. So our sales manager, Jose Gonzalez, has been a loan officer and a realtor for 28 years. So he has a lot of experience and is here to help everyone. So why don't you go ahead and talk about that a little, Jose?
Right. How's everybody doing today? Thank you for joining us. Yeah, when I got into the business, we were using smoke signals to communicate. Forget the internet. Right. So definitely you've heard about our great leads and the amazing technology, right? It's just a matter of time before you get your first loan application submitted, or let's just break it down to your first quote request, which will then lead to a loan application submitted, right? So you get alerts on those. We all get, management gets alerts, your team leader gets alerts on all of those to assist you to ensure that as soon as you're approved to conduct business, that we're right there with you every step of the way as soon as you get those opportunities. So we do have the Knowledge Center, which is a digital index version of everything that we do here at the mortgage calculator. So that was one of the concerns that we had when we started this project, was that there were, in most of the companies, wasn't a real in-depth a procedures manual on how to be a loan officer and how to do what you had to do. We're talking about stuff other than human resources policies and procedures. We're talking about loans of all the different types of loans that we do, not just cookie cutter agency loans where you can basically go to the Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac selling guides. So we do have the Knowledge Center. Key, just go there, type in your keyword, and in less than a second, you'll have a whole slew of options that match that keyword. We do have our Zoom room that Kyle mentioned, which is open during working hours. You can pop in there to quickly get taken care of. If it's something more in-depth, like loan structure or how to structure that quote you just got a request for, you meet with your team leader, right? Everybody gets assigned to a team leader. You can meet up with them for a quick meeting via Zoom, share screens, and they will help you figure it out. We do have processors for our non-delegated deals where we're the lender. We do have in-house processing. And you can also use the processors for the broker deals. I guess you call it third-party processing if it's a broker deal. Now, we do make that optional when it's a broker deal, so we do give you more opportunities maybe to fine-tune a competitive edge on your quotes if you decide you want to self-process that broker deal. But non-del deals over the lender, we do have processing already built in there. We do have our disclosure desk, which is for our non-del deals. Again, when we're the lender, that's the last step before your file gets disclosed. You meet with our disclosure desk. They review the file, help you dot the I's, cross the T's, make sure everything is in order, even though you would have already met with your team leader to review the file structure once you get that loan application. Like I mentioned, we all get the alerts, including your team leader. Your file gets reviewed quickly, and you get directed to meet with your team leader to do a one-on-one, make sure everything's in order. And then obviously you compile your file and we meet to disclose. Once your file is disclosed, goes to intake, gets registered on the portal, gets submitted to underwriting, gets assigned to processing. And then the next step would be you're going to be hearing from your processor as soon as it's approved. This is now obviously your non-del deal. And then you and your processor work together on the conditions. It gets resubmitted back for the clear to close, and then our closing department takes over, and then you get paid. Usually that happens in 30 days or less. So a lot of ways to ensure that you get off on the right foot, don't spin your wheels at the mortgage calculator here, because we have so many different loan products for you to take advantage of. We're disclosing a lot of files for a lot of new MLOs to the company, and they're all disclosing stuff that they could have never done at the outlet that they were at before. So it's pretty exciting times at the mortgage calculator. Looking to have you all on board soon. Have a great day.
All right, thank you. So last thing here, I'm going to go over the next steps. I just put the link to sign up in the chat. Then we'll open it up to questions here. So let's see here. Let me share my screen. So when you are ready to move forward, you're going to go ahead and go to the mortgagecalculator.com/join, and you're going to come on board as either a loan officer or a junior loan officer, whatever is applicable to you. And you're going to go ahead and click this button, fill out the form, and then it's going to take you to sign the compensation agreement, the initial agreement to join. Now, you don't have to sign it right then. It's going to email you a copy as well, so no worries. Take your time, look it over. But once you do sign that initial agreement, that is going to kick off all of the rest of the next steps of us getting your license sponsored, getting your employment ID documents, and all that kind of stuff. So the mortgagecalculator.com/join, go ahead and sign up. Once you sign that first agreement, it's going to kick off all of the next steps. So with that being said, Nick, we can go ahead and stop recording.